Welcome. It's the Blur Medic. It's the illest blur in the land. Welcome back, Legends community. Returning Legends, thank you so much for commenting, liking, and sharing. New Legends, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing. Let's get into today's new video. Today's new video is actually on something that I've been hearing about since last year, late last year, that probably around the time of late November or late December. They all have been talking about us eventually getting another Michael Jackson biopic. What? Yes, another Michael Jackson biopic is expected to come out this year, right? So, I was hearing about it last year. Didn't hear much noise about it this year. I'm like, are we still getting this new Michael Jackson biopic? Like, did they scrap it? Did they cancel the biopic? Did it go straight to streaming services? And I didn't even know, because I don't always know the latest about streaming services. All right, sometimes I know about stuff and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go check it out. But apparently, originally this movie was supposed to have came out last month in April, early April at that, titled Michael, which is gonna be played by Jafar Jackson, Michael Jackson's nephew, and directed by Antonio Fuqua. So today's new video is pretty much the answer of why this movie has been delayed. So, number one's reason makes a lot of sense. The East State did not like the direction that the Michael Jackson biopic Michael was about to go into. So, it was gonna touch on a controversial issue dealing with the lawsuit with Michael Jackson and the Chandler family. Woo, man. So apparently the East State said, we don't like the idea of you guys dabbling into the controversy of the actual lawsuit that with Michael Jackson and the Chandler family. And they said, no, we're not gonna stamp it and say, hey, we approve of this, keep filming the movie. No. So what happened was Antonio Fuqua, the director of the movie, is doing a series of reshoots for the movie, by the way, but also rewrites for the movie. I didn't know the East State had that type of power. I was like, whoa. So they can pretty much say, hey, we don't like this movie. Nope, you gonna do some reshoots. You're gonna do some rewrites. I did not know that. Wow, the more you learn. Isn't that crazy? Maybe this is for the best. Think about it, right? So Antonio Fuqua is a seasoned director when it comes to putting out films. And this could absolutely, I'm just saying it right now, you know what I'm saying? This could be his biggest movie if it's done right, right? And him listening to the East State was probably a wise decision when it comes down to it. So, unfortunately, we're going to get reshoots. This is why it didn't come out in April last month. And also rewrites. So, man, I really am glad that maybe it was for the best that we didn't see it in April, because if it was going to go down that rabbit hole, it would have been probably hard to sell the movie, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, don't get me wrong, biopics do sometimes touch controversial issues, you know what I'm saying? Me being the cinema blur that I am, I know that because I do tend to like this type of genre of movie, you know what I'm saying? And even TV shows as well. And maybe them not putting that into the movie was probably a good idea, because they want the movie to be successful in the box office. I'm sure there may be some other things in the movie that pretty much also could maybe be, they can include in it. So I guess the East State got power. Got power when it comes to maybe filmmaking on that side, where they wanted to go. Now, let's get into number two's reason. Number two's reason also makes a lot of sense now. So for a lot of people that probably don't know, the Michael Jackson biopic titled Michael was originally going to be a one movie, meaning that it was going to be one movie only. But apparently they ran into another problem with this movie. And the movie's runtime is ridiculously long. And I'm like, ooh. So what is the runtime that was originally slated for this Michael Jackson biopic Michael? Well, it was going to be a 4-hour movie. Ugh. 4 hours in a movie theater? Whew. Man. So now what they're doing with this, and it makes a lot of sense now. Instead of us just getting one movie, we're going to get Michael Jackson's biopic, Michael Part 1, coming out in October. And most likely the second part will end up coming out in 2026 next year. Good. Don't get me wrong. I love going to the movies. But if this would have ended up being a 4-hour movie in theaters, I'd have been waiting until it hit streaming services. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, nah, y'all can't do me like this. You know what? I am actually glad that this movie has not been canceled, has not been scrapped, and being attached right off to Lionsgate. Don't get me wrong. And I'm looking forward to seeing the movie. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm like, you know what? I am looking forward to seeing the movie. Can't wait to see how they go on with the movie and everything, the different eras of Mike. And all I can say is, I just hope this is a really good movie. Yes, there are plenty of Michael Jackson movies, right? Of course. But all I'm gonna say is, like I said, hopefully this is probably Antonio Fuqua's biggest movie of his career. You know what I'm saying? If it's done right. But it is the hardest working blurred on YouTube, guys. You tell me in the comments this. All right. So my first question is, are you surprised that the Michael Jackson biopic Michael got canceled? And my next question for you guys is, are you glad that they're dividing this movie into 2 parts instead of it being one movie? It's the hardest working blurred on YouTube, guys. Thank you so much, Legends. And I'm out.